guys, good morning. It's Jackie from Sacred Journeys. How's it going today? Gosh, my hair is a little wild today, so sorry about that. My wild child's coming out. That's okay. Anyway, I'm so glad that you're here today. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me. And let's have a beautiful reading. I'm excited. I don't know why. It feels like there's something really awesome in the energy today. So let's go ahead and cleanse and clear our space. Let us do this. Let's go ahead. I'm burning up Palo Santo, getting us started. And I want to say, I'm hoping that you're having a beautiful day today. Here we are, going ahead, cleansing and clearing any and all karma, any and all residue from yesterday, anything that hurt your heart yesterday. Let's go ahead and ask for healing, forgiveness, and grace to go through that, whatever happened, whether it was painful or frustrating or irritating, whatever the situation was. Let's just go ahead and make peace with it right now and let it go so it doesn't continue to impact our day to day. And for all the beautiful things that happened yesterday, I'm asking that they would continue to have their beautiful way in our soul, in our space, in our body. If we were feeling good yesterday, I'm asking that good feeling would be perpetuated and that you would continuously radiate joy, peace, love, harmony. And may every good thing guide you and me into our highest and best future. Our highest and best today, actually, because our future is right now. Whatever we choose right now is what's paving the way for our future. So let us be really in connection with our higher self, our higher purpose, and may we be at peace with everything and everyone. And so it is. And so, before we ever get started this morning, I'd like to also just do a quick, one more little roundabout of Palo Santo, cleansing, clearing. I want to just do a little public service announcement. I want to make sure that you understand that these readings, they are picking up the energies, but they're not predictions, okay? As far as like what you're going to do with your life, they're not a prediction because we choose what we do with our life, okay? So the tarot reading and the rune reading, they're fun. They tap into like a collective energy because I believe that as I'm asking for guidance and wisdom of what we can expect, I pick up things that maybe in our collective energy. They may or may not fit you, and ultimately our life is a result of our choices. So I want to make sure that anyone and everyone that watches this understands that I'm not doing predictions for you or me. We choose our future. We choose our actions. So I don't want anyone to ever do anything or change their life based on a tarot reading. I don't care if it's from me or from anyone. Our life is really, we are in control of our life by the choices that we make. And my main priority and purpose is to empower you to make the best choices for your life. And the main thing that I do is to help people get free of old drama and trauma and baggage and head trash, basically, that causes us to be restricted or limited in our confidence, in our belief in ourselves, and the belief of our possibilities, and also being stuck in making unhealthy choices based on our past experiences and the beliefs that we have about ourselves and others and the world around us. So that is my main passion. Tarot readings and rune readings, they're fun, right? They're fun. They are entertainment. They're for entertainment, but they are not supposed to dictate your life, okay? So that is my number one disclaimer this morning. I don't do predictions. These are for fun. It's a way of entertaining. It's a way of self-reflection, because I also believe that tarot cards are kind of like a Rorschach. Like if I do personal readings, they're like a Rorschach. They pull out. And if you don't know what a Rorschach is, it's those ink blot images that people look at in psychological evaluations, and they conjure up an image from your inside. they draw up images for you to reflect on. So that's the same thing that I use the tarot for. When we get cards for you, those cards, I believe, are chosen by my higher self or your higher self if you're choosing them. But they're to give you an insight of what's going on inside of you. They're not trying to dictate your future. They are dictating or showing you an energy that's possible. But ultimately, everything in your life is a direct result of your choices, my choices, our choices. So please, again, don't ever go and change your whole life story based on a tarot reading. No. If you want to change your life story, it's because you are feeling out of alignment with where you are and what you're doing, or you want to see something different, then the work starts inside. The work starts in your heart. The work starts in your mind, your mental space, your energetic space, to cleanse and clear and heal, resolve issues that are still deep, locked in the body. That's where magic happens. When we change on the inside, then our outside changes. Then our relationships can change. And that change can also look like people fall away, and that's okay too. So anyway, that's my pre-reading public service announcement. And yes, so let's go ahead and let's pull a rune just for fun. Remember, this is the energy of the day that we can possibly anticipate and how to respond to it if it comes forward. Everything is like a preparatory. It's to prepare you for the day. What's possible today. So what do we need to know today? What do we need to know, Spirit? And ultimately, always ask your divine guidance for confirmation. And yeah. Anyway, oh, look at this beautiful shell. Again, it's time to come out of your shell. It's time to see the beauty around you. And also to let your true self be seen. Come out of your shell today and be your authentic self. Yeah, I love that. I love that shell. And as beautiful as this shell is, remember I said this before, as beautiful as this shell is, it's phenomenal, it may not accurately depict the creature living inside. You know, no one lives in here now. But the same thing, our bodies are beautiful and they're powerful and they're magnanimous and they're beautiful beings on their own. However, that being said, it may not reflect the true essence of the being living inside the body. Because inside the body, we are spirit beings. And these beautiful bodies that we have, that we're walking around in, there are co-creators on the planet. They get us to where we're going and they allow us to experience things through the body. But our soul essence is our true self. So I just want you to make sure you understand that, one, people may judge you looking at your body and they never get to know who you truly are. So that's unfortunate. And on the flip side of that, allow yourself to truly be seen. Allow your true light to shine. Allow your true light to shine. Let people know you beyond face value. You know what I mean? And allow yourself to know other people beyond face value. I mean, it's a two-sided coin, right? Never judge a book by its cover. Remember that saying? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Allow yourself to truly be seen so people can... Oh, you know what else I'm hearing? Okay. Two things. Allow people to see who you truly are. Allow yourself to get to know people as they truly are. And I gotta drop this in. In this reality, people are so hung up still on the body as far as, I hate this, and it's true. And I'm trying to get people, and males especially, to transcend this way of thinking. If you're a man watching, please don't look at a woman in a woman's body. Don't look at a woman's body just as you're something to try to conquer or to, like, for sexual pleasure. That type of thinking is really, it's just not okay. It's just not okay. If you're stuck in that mentality of seeing women as objects, I'm inviting you to awaken. I'm inviting you to open up to a higher way of thinking, okay? And for women, I'm asking you to also see your value more as just being a sexual being, because that's not a lasting value. If that's what you place your value on, your physical beauty, your sexuality, that may get you something for the moment, but truly, it's time to ascend to a higher perspective. Truly. And so that's where I really feel like a lot of people still don't see the magic of each other because they're so stuck in lower vibrational interactions. So I really, 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 that's another crusade of mine, is that people would get past that sexual view of people. They're missing the whole thing. Like, wow, really. I mean, there's nothing wrong with sexuality, but if that's all you place your value on, or if that's the only thing you see about someone, then that's sad. I just gotta say, that's sad. You're missing out on a whole human being because you're so focused on sexuality. So anyway, sorry, that's kind of a really side thing, but that's okay. That's part of my life purpose, is to really allow women specifically to see themselves powerful and beautiful beyond the sexuality. That's part of us, yes, but we are worth so much more than a sexual token or I don't know. There's something so deep there that I could go on forever, and I won't. That's a side story, and I might even do a healing around that. If you struggle with that in some realm, sorry, neighbors are working. That's a side story. Anyway, sorry about the neighbors, and sorry about that. So, and our stone for the day is our beautiful, it looks like, oh gosh, it's a light blue stone that I equate with the throat chakra, saying what you mean and meaning what you say. Larimar. I believe this is Larimar. So, wow, I'm sorry, the neighbor's doing their thing over here, so they're kind of distracting me. I'm sorry about that. But let's go ahead and do our reading. The rune that we pulled today is this. Dagaz, breakthrough, awakening, awareness, planning. Yes. All right. So it's time to plan. It's time to awaken, time to ascend, time to really be empowered with a higher perspective of who you are, why you're here on the planet. Really just to allow yourself to grow and be alive and to tap into your gifts, tap into your vision, your purpose, plan out your future by inspired action, inspired thinking, creative thinking, inspired action that is in alignment with who you are and why you're here on the planet. That's exciting. Come out of your shell. And again, come out of your shell. Really allow yourself to be seen for who you are. And you know what? Not everybody may like who you are because they don't like it, because they don't want to be told this and that or the other. They don't like, just for instance, like I have a friend, he's a vegan, and he's very outspoken about being a vegan because he's against animal cruelty. He believes in just really being a soulful person, and that starts with how you eat. I think I've heard him say, or I've seen other memes say, you don't eat your friends. So I think I've said that before too. But, you know what I mean? It's like, he is standing up for his beliefs. And maybe some people don't agree with him. Maybe some people are they push that away because of whatever. And that's okay. So just like with me, talking about how I find the way sexuality is rampant in our society, sexual abuse, the power control dynamic, I cannot stand it. And I'm very vocal about it. And so some people may shut me down, shut me off, tune me out. That's okay. That doesn't mean that what I'm saying is wrong. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to stop saying what I believe. So the same thing with you. Please don't shut yourself down because others may not like you. And that's very possible. That's why you probably have this hard shell around you as protection. Oh, sorry. But don't allow yourself to be shut down. And just realize, just know in advance, not everyone is going to believe in your message. Not everyone's going to find you or your purpose on the planet to be important or relevant. Relevant is probably better than important, but still, don't shut your message down because of that. Because there are people out there that are needing to know what you're saying. They need to hear your message. So don't shut yourself down. Don't shut yourself down ever for anyone. No. Alrighty, so that being said, boy, the last couple of readings have been more editorials, so I'm sorry about that, but maybe I'm not sorry at all. Maybe I'm just speaking my message, and that's okay too. Alright, so coming out of fighting, and somebody's making a choice, but somebody wants to come out of fighting today, so whatever that is. And the Five of Rods reversed is, it's not like the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a real mental. Five of Swords is somebody that wanted to win at all costs. The Five of Rods is someone, it's just petty arguing, pettiness, just petty arguing, but it doesn't mean, it could also be competition. That's what I just heard. It could also be competition. But the Rods is about passion. It's about, look at all these people. They're just kind of bantering around with one another. But it doesn't necessarily have to be like cutthroat. It's just competitive nature. But you know who else flew out is the Emperor reverse. So it could be somebody that was in the past really controlling, dominating, and maybe they are, you know what I'm hearing? Sorry, I'm hearing someone's butt hurt because they lost an argument. Somebody's butt hurt. That's exactly what I heard. So sorry, I don't generally use that term, but that's what came through. So okay, maybe that makes sense to you as far as, it's just somebody got their feelings hurt, but they're more in their ego. They're just like, you know what I mean. So what else do we need to know today? And maybe it's you. Maybe you got butthurt about something. And can you get over it? Is that okay if you let it go? Can you let it go? Can you make peace with what happened? Okay, so there's not an offering coming. This could be a job interview. This could be something that it just isn't taken off. Pentacles reversed, Ace of Pentacles. There's some kind of there's something hidden that you don't know about. There's something hidden you don't know about, so there will be an offer. Okay, so this is actually what I'm picking up. Somebody's trying to make up their mind about something. They were actually butthurt. They were actually butthurt about something that happened in the past. You're dealing with an Aries or somebody that's very prideful, very arrogant, and they got their egos hurt. You know what I mean? It's not even that, it's really somebody, this is the energy I'm picking up. It's somebody that's usually very prideful, very arrogant, and they got their ego hurt about something that you and them talked about or had an argument about or something like that. So that's why there was no forward momentum, there was no offering. But they do actually want to come out of this argument, but they're still resistant because their ego is intact. You know what I mean? So that is what it is. So there's something else, there's something you don't know, but there may be an offering coming, a tangible, practical offer, but something in the past, somebody got hurt, or, you know, it's not even an emotional hurt. You hurt their pride. Whatever happened, you hurt their pride more than anything. So that's up to them. That's up to them to get over it, to be honest. Unless it's something you really care about and you want to have a conversation, it's really up to them to get over their pride. Oh, wow, look what just happened. The Five of Swords just came out. I just said that it wasn't that kind of argument. Well, maybe it was. Because the Five of Swords is about, like I just said, somebody had to win at all costs. So this argument got ugly. Somebody, what I'm hearing, underhanded is what I'm hearing. Underhanded. What am I hearing? Something about it got out of control. Like it was really, somebody got nasty in order to prove their point. They got ugly. They had to win this argument. They couldn't be wrong. You were dealing with someone that couldn't be wrong. And that is the Emperor reversed. They're so stuck in their ego that, you know, they'll never admit to being wrong. It's somebody that was like that, and it got ugly. Wow, okay, so you may or may not... Oh, okay. Yeah, it was somebody very prideful. I had a flash coming in. So they may have said something rude. They may have cut you off because they were so, like in their pride, they couldn't hear your side of the story or your perspective, point of view. They just gave you the hand, pretty much is what I'm saying. Gave you the hand. And now they're feeling... I don't know really how they're feeling. I can't quite put the... They're very stuck in their ego, is what I'm picking up. But there's something you don't know, but there's no forward momentum. But they do care about you. I think that they do care about you very much. Maybe that's what you don't know. That they love you, because this is the Lovers. They do love you, but they're so stuck in their pride, they can't even say it. Wow. Okay, they can't even say it. So maybe that's what today's message is about. If you are so like, if you're hurting, or if you've been in an argument and you want to come out of that argument, somebody actually has to give. You cannot keep that ego in check. You have to be able to say, hey, gosh, you know what? I'm sorry. But I guess it depends on how much you want this relationship, you know? But if you love this person, if you really do love this person, it's probably time to come forward and say, hey, you know what, forgive me. I was so up in my head, or my ego, or my pride, whatever you want to say. But would you rather be right, or would you rather be in a relationship with someone? So it's basically up to you. So if this is you that was in an argument and you're you know, sitting back there crossing your arms, like this guy, he's crossing his arms, he's not budging because he's butthurt. Okay, that's your choice. But if you want to do that, you're going to miss out on a relationship. So it's totally up to you, really. But the secret's out. The secret's out that you actually do love this person. The secret's out. And it might be good for you to do an offering. It might be good to come forward and say, hey, I'm sorry. The secret's out. Anyway, that was our reading for the day. So it's either you or someone else that you're dealing with, or someone you know. They're stuck in an argument. They're stuck in that egoic, they're not going to budge because they think they're right, or they can't admit they're wrong, or something like that. But this is an opportunity for you to use your voice for higher purpose and say, hey, gosh, I'm so sorry. I'd rather agree to disagree. I'm so sorry that I got stuck in my ego. That's a hard thing to say, but I'm hoping and praying that someone will have a breakthrough. This is a breakthrough room. Look for a breakthrough. Ask for a breakthrough. Come out of this hard shell, because this is the ego. This is exactly what happens. We get stuck. Pretend this can be our ego for a second, and it's hard. It's a hard shell, and it acts like it's powerful and it's right. It's got to be right all the time. It's got to be this. It's got to be that. It's the ego. But inside that very hard, stern shell is this very soft and vulnerable person. And the softer and more vulnerable that person inside is, the harder the ego shell will be, because they have not grown that spirit being or that heart space, they haven't done their internal work enough to be able to admit that they're hurt, and that's why they're coming off as so angry, or they can't have conversation. They have not learned the skills required to be in healthy relationships or healthy not arguments even, debates, conversations. We can have conversations about things that are deep and sensitive, and we don't have to blow up. We don't have to stonewall. We don't have to erect these fortresses around us. If you're willing to talk about things in nonviolent communication, it requires two people though. One has to actually hear the other one, listening and speaking non-violently. It's important. A give and take. That's really important. So I'm hoping that there's a breakthrough in someone's life today, always, because that's why we're here on the planet. And so may you be at peace. May you be filled with love, joy, and patience and tolerance. Even if you don't agree with someone, you don't have to agree. But you don't have to shut them out either, right? We can coexist. We can coexist as peaceful, mature, enlightened, awakened, honorable, respectful beings to one another. We don't have to agree on everything, okay? Anyway, okay, I know this was a long one, but blessings to you. Thanks for being here. We'll talk later. Bye.